With the pins visible, it's easier to spot damage if you angle the motherboard so the pins are reflecting light directly back at you, and rotate it around to make sure that everything looks even. Any pins that are bent will need to be dealt with before you go any further. You can refer to this video we did on LGA repair here, but the short version is you may need to use a magnifying glass and a pair of fine point tweezers or similar instrument to try and straighten it back out. Fresh out of the factory, a motherboard shouldn't have bent pins at all, but if you bought open boxed or used, it's a possibility.
Once you're satisfied your pins are okay, it's time to unbox your CPU. Regardless of your CPU, you want to avoid touching any of the exposed gold contacts, be they on the flat underside of an LGA CPU or the fragile pins of a PGA CPU. We'll get to those, but first we're going to keep going with consumer-style LGA. Line your CPU up with the socket. Usually there will be a triangular arrow or dot or other indicator to help you figure out which orientation is correct. Intel, for instance, has notches on the side of its CPUs that only allow you to insert a compatible CPU and only in the correct orientation, so you can line up with those. I like to line up the bottom edge of the CPU with the bottom edge of the socket as a bit of an anchor point, then gently lower it in. Give it a little wiggle once it's down to make sure it's seated completely before closing the retention mechanism and pushing the latch down. If it feels a little stiff and creaky, that's okay, it's supposed to. And then the plastic socket cover is gonna kind of pop off. That's normal too. Keep going until you can hook the latch back into place, then store the socket cover somewhere safe, like in the motherboard box. You'll need this in case you need to RMA your board or sell it later on.